This is Kevin Siegelbaum, the Pirate King for Gonzo Radio, and I am here at Blue Jean Blues. Here. Problem?
What are you doing?
I'm doing my vignette.
No, we have big boy cameras now.
Big boy cameras.
Right there.
Oh.
We don't have to do this anymore.
Oh.
There's no more coming attractions.
Really?
Say goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
This is Kevin Siegelbaum, the Pirate King for Gonzo Radio, here with Big Daddy Gonzo, and we're getting ready for TV, so get ready soon.
No, we're doing it now.
Get ready now.
All right.
Yeah, he's still gonna die.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to join Donald and Vladimir in the bonds of holy matrimony.
Tired of the same old radio talk show? There is an alternative. This is Gonzo Radio.
And the stupid thing, it won't move over to the thing with the hi, welcome to the Gonzo Radio Show. We're back, or at least sort of back, kind of back, backity back, don't talk back. For those of you
No
who
broke back.
yeah, exactly.
No bro back.
But welcome to the Gonzo Radio Show Erection Night Special.
Are we at a Chinese restaurant?
We took two. We took two. Seated across from me, whacking away at his computer.
Hey.
Hey. And much better.
Hey.
You have better lighting than me.
Well, I'm better looking than you.
Yeah. Well, what's really screwed up is that, it's the adjustments that have to be made on the fly here because my rusty ass is totally out of practice. It is. I mean, like literally, I have to like adjust your picture. I have to adjust my picture because
You don't have to adjust anything. I'm perfect.
yes, you're perfect. Yes, you are a model of perfection. Kevin, the Idaho Jew, the Utah Presbyterian,
the one and only,
the
Pirate King, the Pirate Pastor, Zippy the fucking Wonder Clown. Take your pick. Oh,
Wonder Clown.
did I say a naughty word? Never mind. No one's
We
going to care
fucking curse
today.
all the time.
That's
What are you
what
kidding?
I thought. Where's
Who are
the
you kidding?
Where's the swear jar?
Swear jar, yeah. So for those of you who have been living under a rock for the last 3.5 years, welcome to election night. And I'm looking over here. I'm checking. I'm like, okay, well, it looks like we're streaming. So hopefully everybody's getting in the chat room and checking in and saying hi and what's wrong with you?
You said election night, and I just I feel a little
Well,
dirty.
it's erection night.
I feel dirty. It's like
As they say in Asia, it's erection night.
This whole day needs a complete cleansing.
Well, we are in a situation where we are once again faced with selecting between between the lesser of two evils. We really are. I mean, we're here again. I mean, seriously. How we continue to be here again is because I guess nobody believes in a third party or multiple parties or I don't know, choice. Everybody's got their red or their blue. And before we get started, I'm going to share this over to my page because I didn't get a chance because I had to change all the Restream and YouTube stream keys at the last minute because I haven't done this in 3 months. For those of you who do not know, which would be both of you, August 12th was quite an event in my life. I suffered from what is called an aortic dissection, which was, I don't know, for those of you who don't know, the aorta is that like big vein that goes over the top of your heart, and it's got two arteries. One of them is your pulmonary artery. One of them is your carotid artery that goes to your brain, and the other one is another artery that goes down to the rest of your body. But I managed to pull a really good one. I am living proof that you can party too hard, which I did a little bit.
For decades.
No, well, I partied too hard, smoked too much, and an aortic dissection is normally what is known as a small tear in the aorta. It's what killed John Ritter, which, by the way, a favorite of mine from the 70s and 80s, and from 8 Simple Rules for Dating My Daughter, which...
Kelly Cuoco.
Yeah, so he thought he was having a heart attack. They rushed him to the hospital, and he didn't make it.
Yeah.
And it was an aortic dissection. His was a rather minor one, but it bled into his chest cavity and killed him. Sad but true. Me, my dumb ass... and I am eternally grateful that I did make it, but my dumb ass managed to rip the entire bottom of the aorta, and had to have it rebuilt just about. And I'm lucky. I'm lucky to be alive. I'm lucky to be here. I'm lucky that I got my ass to the hospital. I'm lucky that I got one of a handful of surgeons on the East Coast that could have actually done the job. This is what I've been told by several people. So I'm happy to be here. I'm so happy to be here, and along with all of the turmoil, not just with COVID, but all the turmoil with the election and the change of life that I'm forced to go through.
For all you bastards, out there over the years who've turned around and says Gonzo's a heartless bastard. Hey, guess what? There's a doctor with proof he's got one.
Okay. But we're going to begin the show with a prayer. Are you suited up? Have you got your gear? You got your shawl. What?
There, put that on.
I get one.
Put it on.
But I'm not Jewish.
It doesn't matter. Okay, you're with me. Okay, here.
I'm very
grab one.
ish.
Remember, it's just like now.
Wait, are you sure?
It's the back of the book. It goes from the back. You know the way you were back in high school. We go to the back of the book.
We got to go from the back
to
the front.
All the prayers. I'm just going to say a real quick one. Okay. Are you ready for it? Don't worry about it. Just turn any. Just hold the book.
This is backwards.
Like everything else in your life, just hold it. Just hold it.
Shabbat
just hold
Festival Prayer Book.
Don't worry about it. This is a special prayer just for tonight. Okay, ready?
Okay.
Baruch atah. I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, but I'm going to say a blessing for all of us because we're all screwed. Amen.
Okay. I wanted to send one up to God. I wanted to personally thank God because there had to be a higher power at work, at least guiding me to get to where I was by the time I was. And it's one of those deals where it's just like it wasn't my time. So I'm here to do something, obviously. So I'm gonna do it. So. Thank you, and thank you, 9 pound, 8 ounces, white baby Jesus in the manger, with the 3 wise men and the frankincense and the gold and the myrrh, and I don't know. This is a pretty. You sure I don't have like a kafir or anything like that? No, that's the other guys.
Let it go.
That's the other guys in the Middle East.
Don't worry about it. You're fine. You're fine.
You're gonna wear the shmata on
Listen,
my head.
It's South Florida. It's all fashionable, okay?
I can't wear the shmata on my head? No.
You don't
That's
need
a bit
it.
Much.
You don't need it.
Yeah,
Besides, remember, ordained pirate as well. I'm heavy on the ish, so we can slide.
Well,
we're both bald. We've got the natural.
Well, Okay, well, should I kiss it or something?
No. Oh God, no! I have
Now
to.
you got to have it washed.
Now I
Here,
gotta,
here.
oi.
Now you got to have
Forget
it washed.
COVID.
So,
I got your crap on there.
so yeah, so thanks God.
Thanks.
I guess in amen or omain or what is it?
Amen.
Amen. Amen.
Amen.
As you can tell, I've been to church about 12 times in my life. A few Catholic, a few Baptist, a couple of times because I was dating a church girl. You know how that is. So
That's where you got the
yeah.
scars on the hind corner, huh?
No.
Okay.
Church girl was good. Tell you what, you got to go get you a church girl. You want to find a nice girl, you go to church.
Well, there's one person in here who says that. Oh wow, yeah, we've got Big Frankie in, we've got Blonde Chick in, we've got Rochelle. Turns out says
Rochelle.
yeah. Who says that? Yeah, your heart was broken because you weren't talking. Oh,
Because I wasn't what?
because you two weren't talking.
Because Rochelle and I weren't
Yes,
talking.
yes, yes.
Well, that would be Rochelle, and I do believe Lauren is in the chat room with her as well. I believe they're probably all huddled around the same phone or the same device to talk shit.
Yay!
And they can talk all the shit they want. But the funniest part is that they're up there with snow. How you like the snow? It's nice and cold, isn't it? Meanwhile, I broke a sweat walking to the truck today. I mean, it's not so much that it's hot; it's I'm fat, but it's.
How are all my friends in the northern states? It's beginning to look a lot like frostbite.
Yes. And it jumped on some people, boy. Let me tell you what. I mean,
yeah.
it jumped on people in like the West and the Rocky Mountains. It jumped on people,
Yeah.
quick. It stopped snowing in June and then started snowing again in September.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's like summertime was that couple of weeks. It's kind of like our winter. Colorado had our summer. Is their summer.
Colorado got 6 feet dumped on them as their cannabis cultivation was coming off.
Son of a
They were
bitch.
just coming to flower. We're talking about acreages and acreages of these beautiful flowers that are being grown for medicine,
Right.
and everything's purple now.
Wow.
Hopefully, they were able to salvage a lot of it. Should have been fine.
Well,
hopefully.
Fortunately, I've found out recently that it's fairly safe for me to ingest cannabis edibles.
Okay.
I revisited one of my old habits, which was
Brownies.
No, it wasn't a brownie, but
Good, 'cause
I
they're
am
healthy.
I am thrilled because last night I got a really good buzz. I had a really good time last night. Last night was the best Monday night ever. I mean, it was a great
Good.
Monday night. I mean, I watched a little bit of Monday Night Football, which was the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and New York Giants. Not as exciting, a lot more exciting than it should have been, actually. And I got to watch. I've gone back to revisit Star Trek
Oh yeah.
Enterprise.
Oh.
Okay, and that's
Great
great. That's
premise.
great because it's good for Star Trek geeks like me and historians like me, because it goes back before Kirk.
Yeah.
It goes back to the first. I believe it's like the first 90 years of Starfleet and the
Yeah, they had like 0.5
and the
warp
Federation
and stuff like that.
Federation of the Federation of Planets. But I geeked out bad. I geeked out hard. But I didn't. The real geek out didn't start until Sunday night when I geeked out on the Mandalorian. Okay. I mean, wow.
Yeah.
Big shout out to my buddy Jeff Louie. We've known him for a long time. He did me a real solid, and he emailed me episode 1 through 7 while I was in the hospital. Okay.
Good.
He emailed me episode 1 through 7, and it made my last 3 days in the hospital very tolerable, very pleasant. That and the pain pills were a lot of fun too. I'm so glad I didn't come out of the hospital with a fucking addiction to those things. Whoo! I was like,
Jeez, I could just imagine.
well, you know, I mean, okay, let me give you a little peek. I got a zipper on my chest in case you can't see it. I got a little zipper on my chest, and let me tell you what, that shit hurt. That shit hurt. You ever had your sternum split? No, that shit hurt. And I fancy myself to be a guy who can handle a lot of pain, and I handled a lot of it. But eventually, it got to the point where that shit was just sore and achy all the time. So it was Perk 10s and The Mandalorian for about 3 or 4 days, and it was great. It was awesome. So it took me a few months to get, you know, my life back together. A couple of months to get my life back together, but I managed to, you know, check in and get to season 2, finish season 1, and just in time for the start of season 2, which I don't know if you've seen it.
I have.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Well, we're not going to spoiler everybody to death. We're not going to spoil season 2 for you.
No.
Because the opening scene is. Has anybody in the chat room seen season 2 yet?
No one's saying anything.
You Schwein. Spoiler alert. No. Well, for those of you who've seen season 1, great job with that finale. Great job with that finale.
Blonchik has, and so has Frank.
They've all caught up?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Moff Gabriel, Giancarlo Esposito. Mm-hmm. Wow. And for those of you who don't know, he also plays the CEO of Vought Industries in The Boys. Have you seen The Boys?
Not yet.
Ooh,
not yet.
Get on Amazon Prime and watch the entirety of The Boys. I mean, come on, Amazon Prime. Do you have Amazon Prime, right?
No, not
you don't?
yet.
Well, buy the membership.
I'm going to.
Okay, because you get free shipping.
Well, my show is also going to be premiering before the end of the year on it.
Yeah, I was going to say, don't you have like a project, the Boca Witches?
Boca Witches,
and another show too.
Couple of shows that I'm actually in right now. Boca Witches is
the reason why I brought him back is he's going to be a TV star.
Oh, maybe, yeah, maybe.
You got to be good to your going to be famous friends.
Oh hell yeah. I'm working on Boca Witches. We're finishing up episode 4 before the end of the year. And we're already in production of episode 5. I'm also doing some small spots for another series coming out of Studio Space, which is called, oh God, now I just spaced on it. Go figure.
He's
Social Path.
Actors, I'm telling you, actors.
Well, you've got to keep it all in line. We've got Social Path coming out soon, which features a lot of the young actors and actresses that I'm working with on Boca Witches.
And believe me, I want to get to work with you guys too. I mean, you turned me on to a few people that I really want to get to work with over there. So
good. And then, I just got off set, and I'm going back to set in about 2 weeks for a movie that I'm in called Deadly Night Out. You may have seen it on Facebook, making its circulation. And there's another couple of projects that I'm going to be getting.
But you don't play a bad guy in that.
I can't really say.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a neo-noir, so there's a lot of double, triple crosses going on, so there's a lot of things going on. You just have to wait for it to come out and to watch it.
Well, our good buddy Eric Roberts, who was just on Ridiculousness earlier or late last year, and Eric, God bless him, he's been an action star for forever.
Yeah,
loves action movies, and he also loves playing a villain. And he's like, why do you like playing the villain? And he's like, they got the best cars, the best clothes, the hottest
lines,
women,
best lines,
the best lines,
best lines.
You know, so
I was dreading it for a while, but my characters are, well, let me put it this way. I can't really get into the depth of a lot of my characters in Boca Witches.
Spoiler!
Bottom line is this, that you need to know about my character, Nick Storm. He's always right, and you don't want to be in his way.
Oh, well, there's a difference between douchebag and villain. I mean, there's a difference.
Well, remember how
if he's just a douchebag, he's just a douchebag.
Remember how we felt about the the rimhorn glass dude from like Heroes back in the days. You love him, you hate him. I would put
Right. Well, he's a fucking know-it-all.
I would put Nick into the same category on a little bit more of the get out of his way or you're dead kind of avenue. And in Deadly Night Out, my character Matt, everyone is flawed, and it's worth the watch.
Oh, he's an elitist douchebag too.
No, but everyone is flawed.
Oh.
Everyone.
Well, not for nothing. I don't want to make any declarations, but you got a lot of cute girls that work with you on Boca Witches. Some of which I can only assume are underaged. I mean,
all of them are underage.
Oh, okay, yeah. Because
All
I
of
mean,
them.
I know I'm 100.
You're 102.
I was 50.
look good for your age.
I was 54 before August 12th, and then after I got out of the hospital, I was easily 100. But I'm looking at these girls, and I'm like, well, she's a pretty little girl, and
Incredibly
she's
talented young ladies.
got to be 15. And it's like,
We
I'm not a hillbilly.
We have a couple of them that are in college. Most of them are all in high school and middle school. Two of the ones that most people would put as seniors in high school, one of them's 13, the other one's 11. And you would never know.
Well, yeah, you get your boobies, then you can act like you're
No,
17.
It's all about the attitude. It's all about the attitude.
Okay,
These kids
that's
are
all good.
amazingly talented, and yeah, they're my family. I'm like uncle on set.
Well,
love it.
I know I have more than a few friends because of the pervert that I've been in my life. I had a bad habit of dating women half my age, but they're like, she's a baby. So I'm like, she's 25 now. 25 is a baby. Now 25 is a little young.
Well,
It
yeah,
is.
you think? I mean,
Especially if you talk to them.
which really is creepy because if you were dating women half your age, you're in a lot
They
of
would be
trouble at 30.
27. They would be 27 and a half.
Yeah, good. Well, you see, that's a good age for you.
No.
Starting.
No, it's really bad because okay, it's not to brag, and I haven't tested the theory yet, but I've had a little more virulence than after the age of 45 than the average dude. That's only because I'm a depraved pig. And I've been there and done that. I've being in the strip club business and all of that. But I can tell you that at my advanced age right now, okay, there's for sure there's some girls that were in my past that would have killed my ass. I kept up with them back then, but. There isn't a big enough Viagra to keep me keeping up with some of these girls like that.
Well, speaking of women in your past, just really quick, Rochelle, she wanted to make a comment about me. I could be the next Jack Sparrow since Johnny. First of all, now I understand why you haven't talked to her. Jack Sparrow, really?
Why is there never any rum?
I'm a real goddamn pirate. That's pirate adjacent. Real, fake. Get it right.
You triggered him. You triggered him.
Hey, Jack is Johnny. Johnny is pirate adjacent. He's modeled after a real pirate.
By the way,
Keith Richards, rock on.
Johnny Depp, he lost his civil suit against his ex-wife.
That's okay.
He's turning out to be a woman beater. Yeah, a wife beater. Go figure.
Yeah, whatever. Whatever.
Way
She
to
hit
shake
him.
it off.
They're
He's
both,
just like-
they're both idiots, and he's still pretty. Okay,
It's just like, whatever. I didn't do it.
he's still a pretty man.
So, along with back to the geek out, which by the way, since we did the aside to your projects, which I'm telling you, man, the Boca Witches, I can't wait for it to come out because I love magic shows. I love shows about magic.
Yeah, it's definitely a different twist on the whole entire genre, and it's going to get better in season 2, after episode 4, since so much time is delayed. we are actually going to be able to start filming in real time, which means that, yes, COVID will be a big part of it. So you'll get to see people really incorporating real life into TV and movies here in South Florida. And if you want to take a look at the industry and watch it explode, keep an eye on studio space out in Boca because we're the center of it.
Sure, that disgusting
Many
that
levels.
disgusting disease is really, really. You're starting to piss me off, COVID. Okay, you're starting to piss me off. You really are.
Yeah.
I mean, really, you're pissing me off. You've already fucked up the entire MCU, the Marvel Cinematic Universe. You already fucked it up.
Yeah.
I can't get to see my Black Widow movie.
They're going to keep on pushing that back. They
Keep pushing it back.
Yeah, there was a couple of leaks coming from Hollywood.
Right.
I'm kind of plugged in right now, so I had a couple of leaks.
Ooh, he's plugged in.
Based on the last quarterly Disney stockholders meeting and a recent interview from Scarlett Johansson, at one point in time you could hear her starting to talk about how she was really, really eager. It sounded like it was going to go to video on demand on Disney Plus. Her latest interviews have turned around and kind of nixed that. So now they're really going to hold off. Marvel and Disney and Marvel really want to make sure that the movies are separated. The Marvel movie properties versus the TV and the Disney Plus, or they're going to lose a foothold. And I agree with them. It's just going to be really, really tough.
Well, they're hedging their bets because they're worried about the actual physical theater industry contracting.
Yeah.
They're worried about that. They're genuinely worried about it. But eventually, society and civilization will get past this virus. Eventually.
Oh, absolutely.
It may take us 2 years, but eventually we'll get past it.
Well,
It's
movies
just
are
that
still-
simple.
yeah, well,
I mean,
yeah, movies
so-
are still filming. We've got Atlanta opening up. We've got New Zealand, Australia. We've got certain areas of England. A lot of stages are opening up where you are going to get tested.
Right.
Get tested. And I was watching Jillian. Oh God, not Jillian Anderson. The other Jillian. From Jumanji, the redhead. Same, her, yeah.
Oh.
Yes.
Jillian.
She was on Doctor Who. Y'all know her.
You're killing me.
Karen Gillian.
Yeah, Karen Gillian. Ding,
Yes.
ding, 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 ding.
There you go.
Oh.
Hot
redhead.
She has to get tested on a regular basis, and you watch her literally taking that super swab up the nose.
It's kind of hot.
I go over to War Memorial over here, and I get the mouth swab. 48 hours. I'm clean.
No. Yeah, I was tested 4 times back in August.
Oh,
I'm
God.
okay.
Up the
So
nose.
and
Did they find brain?
No, nothing. Flatline.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Absolutely.
No brains. No
How the
nothing.
hell are you functioning?
It's leftover THC.
Clams have more brains
It's
than
leftover THC from all the weed I used to smoke.
Jesus Christ.
Well, another thing
Was the
that
dentist there?
another thing that's been delaying things that I like is that COVID has been delaying the filming of the second season of Picard, which I'm displeased about because that was a brilliant fucking show. But one thing that COVID has not interrupted has been the filming of Star Trek Discovery. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Sound Studios.
Yeah, I gotta
stars.
tell you, I gotta tell you, it's besides the fact once again, Star Trek nerd, Shaniqua Martin Green, she's got a hyphen in there, playing Michael Burnham.
Yeah.
One of the principal characters.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. I mean, like, amazing. Not only is she pretty, not only does she smolder on screen, but she is a fantastic action star. And I'm impressed. I'm thoroughly impressed.
Very brilliant actress. She really knows how to develop her own character. It bleeds through. When she's on screen, she is Michael Burnham. I mean,
Well, sure.
And that's a tough role. You're playing. human raised by Vulcans, that to get into that mindset, it's not an easy task for anyone who's ever played a Vulcan or anyone who's played a Vulcan adjacent character. Yeah, you got to get into a weird headspace for that. Brilliant actress.
A human raised by Vulcans.
Yes.
But still, she seems to be so
Jewish
influenced
woman
by
on
her emotions.
Honeymoon night. Yes, a Jewish woman on her honeymoon night. Yeah, Vulcan. Raised by,
Yikes.
yeah.
No,
Human
it
raised by
just
Vulcan.
always comes back around the Jews, doesn't it?
Always. Always. That's why I date outside,
Try not to Jew it up so much,
Yeah.
okay?
That's why they smell a ham, I can at least ask them out.
Okay.
And I'm plant-based, but at least I know.
So, have you gotten into the second season of Star Trek Discovery yet?
Oh, absolutely. I went crazy over season 1 and 2. Watched them both back to back twice.
We're in the 31st century.
Yes. Almost 1,000 years into the future. And they're not coming home.
Duck Dodgers in the 31st and a half century.
Dodgers in the 23rd and a half.
Holy
Century.
crapola. Woohoo. But kudos, because as we were coming out of the first season, I was starting to wonder, have they painted themselves into a corner with their writing? Okay, have they
thought the
painted
same
themselves into a corner? I mean, I understand this is science fiction fantasy, but have you painted yourself into a corner where you're going through a wormhole to 900 years in the future, and they're making it work, and it's really, really good. I mean,
And I know why.
Why?
Originally, there was supposed to be a series written by Gene Roddenberry back in the day that unfortunately wasn't picked up, so he sold it, and a guy named Kevin Sorbo did it under the name of Andromeda.
Andromeda?
Because Andromeda was supposed to be a Federation ship that was lost in the future. So now they get to pick up and correct everything that went wrong with Andromeda, which was supposed to be a Star Trek series in the first place.
Right.
Because I'm a Star Trek geek to a
Right.
certain level, mid-level geek.
Well, I mean, what's really funny about this whole thing is that Discovery it only occurs about 50 years after Star Trek Enterprise. So it's almost like it's the second generation of Star Trek, and then Kirk is the third, and then Next Gen. Well, actually, Kirk is the third. The Kirk movies, the William Shatner movies, would be the fourth generation, and then
Technically,
Next Gen would be the fifth generation.
Yes.
And
Deep Space Nine.
along with DS9 and Star Trek
Voyager.
Yeah, Chrysler Voyager.
Yes. UPN.
Yeah, I was meh about it too. I really was. But as we pick up on this season of Discovery, for those of you who have CBS All Access, go back and watch the first season, catch up, because you need to watch from all the way from the beginning.
Now, I heard that in the third season, they are going to still allude to something related to Spock that will affect the crew.
Right.
Okay. Now, I'm kind of hoping it's the events from the last Star Trek Kelvin universe where it has to do with the destruction of Romulus. That's what I'm thinking.
That's a reach.
Well,
That's a reach.
that would be the last appearance of Spock in that universe anyway.
Yeah.
Because they are in the Prime universe.
Right.
So there's, I'm just saying.
There's a chance.
Yes.
There's a chance.
But they definitely open up the writing pool for the series now.
All right. Have we completely cleared out the chat room yet? Are
we
they
still got
are they
5
all
people
gone?
watching.
Everybody is anybody like putting all Z's in like zzz?
No, not yet.
Like
No, absolutely not.
we're just like nerding the fuck out.
Oh, hell yeah. Dude, I mean, we're right around the corner from the hotel where we first met where we first started talking about working together. There was a small little, it was this little hotel right over here off of 95 and Commercial. I was there with my former friends from the other show. We had run into
that
Jenny
little
Lorenzo.
artist and creators
Yeah,
con.
and then we started talking. He was like, "Hey, let's talk." And that was, a
it was
year
like,
later.
I was like, I need a weirdo on my show.
Yeah.
I'm going to start a new show. I need a weirdo for a co-host.
Yeah, you had a falling out with your other two co-hosts at the time.
I got first of all, I got tired of doing streaming radio.
Yes.
Second of all, I got kind of screwed over. Ironically, CT has contacted me and buried the hatchet per se.
Is that the guy who was following me on Facebook all the time?
I don't know. I guess
He worked over at the Peace Pipe or whatever.
I don't know where he worked. No, he worked at my club at the time.
Okay.
But yeah, that's all in the past. That was a learning experience. And I totally remember that. I mean, and as for the direction of the network going forward, right now, I mean, coming up at 8:00, we've got Wake Up Late with Dougie. He's having his own election night special,
Dougie,
which will eventually get to the election here on our show.
is it going to be like San Francisco, very smoggy?
Very smoggy,
Okay, he's going to have me over one day.
at least.
Twice.
But Blame Girl was last night, and I checked in and out on that one, and that was part of my epic Monday night.
Yeah.
You know, which was I was on the phone. I was Blame Girl, football, woo, touchdown, field goal, nerd out. You know, but it was
Dolphins won this weekend too.
and I was buzzed. Let me get really. Did you have to mention the Dolphins? Now everybody's definitely going to leave because I can sit here and just go blah blah blah.
We'll talk about that later. I was just happy.
Well, the Gonzo Radio Sports Desk is also going to be coming up again really soon. Matt has some scheduling difficulties. My co-host Matt has some scheduling difficulties on Sundays because we usually do Sunday at 11 a.m. But we're going to get at least one or two in. Matt has gone ahead and completed his real estate course.
Excellent.
Yeah, of course.
Find me a foreclosure.
He's got to do everything. He's got to do everything faster and bigger than me. No, I started doing a real estate course online. I got like halfway through the second chapter, and I'm like,
Yep.
well, no, my brain's still a little screwed up. I'm having focus and concentration issues, as you can tell by me saying every fourth word.
That's why I started studying cannabis again. I'm
Well,
going
they
for a third
froze my
certificate.
brain, dude.
Well, yeah, it's wordy, and you have a hard time with the pictures.
They lowered the temperature of my brain so it wouldn't require additional blood flow so that they could operate on my heart. And I'm probably going to have to see a neurologist because I've been having concentration and focusing issues.
I'll come back.
Fortunately, I've been doing a little DJ work at the club, and that's actually helped.
Good.
It really has, because I can tell you for a fact, up until about the beginning of October, I just could not get it together for long periods of time.
Part of that is the anesthesia.
Yeah, I know that.
Massively. I mean, and for someone like me who eats healthy, they always figure it on the most unhealthy bodies. And as you know, I have other medical
Is
conditions.
it because I'm fat?
No. It's just that they pump you with a lot of that, and it causes a lot of brain fog, and it stays with you for a while. And when you eat healthy, it stays a lot longer. So I know exactly how you feel.
And
Kills you, man.
I was eating healthy too.
You'll get there.
Well, here's a little funny aside for you.
Felt as
When
me.
I came out of the anesthesia, supposedly I was quite hostile.
You?
Like who the fuck are you? Where the fuck am I? I'm fucking leaving.
You?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No. Seriously?
When I woke
I would
up,
expect you to be a teddy bear.
when I woke up, I woke up in restraints. Feet, ankles, wrists.
I'm surprised you didn't have a couple of hunters out there with bear shot on you.
Wake up with
Simmer
wake up
down.
with a hypodermic in my neck.
Simmer down.
A trank dart in my neck.
Yeah, pretty much. Who's got the elephant tranquilizers? I'll be Billy.
Elephant, really. I would say bear, maybe, but not elephant.
No, you got that. You it's the attitude, not your size.
Well, All I know is that when I woke up, and I woke up with how creepy. Here, to set the scene for you, okay? I wake up with restraints on all 4 limbs in a completely empty room.
Attica!
Okay,
Attica!
there's a desk across the room, a big desk, which turned out to be the desk for the ICU. The lights are low and amber. So I'm thinking to myself, I wonder if I still have my kidneys. I also think to myself, oh my God, what did I do? Please, God, don't let me have killed somebody. I didn't want to wake up in some sort of weird hospital or prison hospital having, killed a minivan full of toddlers.
God.
So I'm like, hello. And this male nurse comes in, and he stops at the edge of the room, and he's like, hey, what's going on? I'm like, where am I? Is everybody okay? He goes, yeah. I go, please tell me I didn't kill anybody. He goes, no, buddy, you had open heart surgery.
Holy shit.
And he started creeping up, like, and he's like, keeping it, like, just like cautiously approaching me. And I'm like, well, is there any way that I can, get these off my, he's like, how you feeling? I'm like, good, I'm cool. Why, what's up? And he was literally treating me like I was a lunatic.
I can imagine. I've seen you get slightly perturbed.
Well, yeah. Well,
Slightly perturbed.
Well, speaking of slightly perturbed.
Yes.
But as I was saying, my brain fog is clearing. I'm able to concentrate on more things.
In other words, if you're planning on playing poker with him, do it now. Do it now, and I get 10%.
No.
Crap. 5%.
So I don't really know right now. I'm not very certain as to what the direction of the network is going to take. I have to discuss a few things with Brad, who is my executive producer.
Okay.
He produces 4 shows now. And he's a busy guy. He's a busy guy with his own life, so I don't know where that's going from. All I know is that I'm not a producer. And if Homeboy's got to step away and handle his own life, then I don't know. I get the feeling I might be losing 3 shows. But they're all good shows, and all those people are fantastic and talented people, so they'll be able to do their own shows anyway. Or they'll be able to make them and then submit them, and then I'll still put them on our stream. But, the network's going to go on eventually. But I had to come on tonight and give my 2 cents about this election. Now, you haven't really been paying a lot of attention to the actual run-up to the election. None of the debates,
Nope.
none of the
Nope.
insanity.
Nope.
You heard nothing about the lunatics in pickup trucks surrounding the Biden bus.
Yep.
With the flags
Yep.
flying. I saw one of those type of people today riding down the turnpike, and I made sure to honk, 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 and then ha, 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 hey, hey. Yeah,
I got my opinions about some of these people, and it's a lot nicer than most people think it would be because I'm nonpartisan. So
I tried.
Yeah.
I tried.
I know.
I tried. I can't get with crazy.
Oh, absolutely.
I can't get with crazy. I can't get with cognitive dissonance. Like I said, my brain's a little foggy still. I can't get with that. I can't get with ignoring or excusing malfeasance, and I cannot get with manipulating people's minds. I can't. I cannot get with that.
So you don't believe in Scientology? Okay, cool.
Well, besides the fact I didn't like the dude before, I haven't liked him since 1987. Since I saw him on the Howard Stern show, I haven't liked him. I just zero likey. Nope. It's a long time hate, 30+ years. No likey. Liked him even less when I had friends at work, regular customers that were also people that did work for him. And they had trouble getting their pay. They had trouble getting their money. Okay, one guy got ripped off. He ended up having to take the material cost of a $60,000 job because they were stalling. He sued them. He sued Donald Trump.
Yeah.
Okay, and he ended up having to take the material cost. Okay, how would you like to get sued out of $50,000 that you're supposed to make? I don't. He's bad businessman, bad person, bad human being, and a total friggin' fraud. But yet we have these people that are just hats and flags and going to large gatherings when they know that COVID is about, and it's just like that's worrisome.
Yes.
Now, I mean, politics aside.
Yes.
Okay, it's not a movement. It's a cult. It's just like
as a teacher,
you ignore the facts.
Yeah. Some of these people are just
Well,
they want to
I
believe
don't
in something that
understand.
just empowers them to just be assholes. I'm going to say it because
Promise made, promise kept. Where?
listen, as a human being, nonpartisan, ordained minister, I take a look at it this way. People in cars with somebody else, waving the banner of someone's name, that's not patriotism, that's nationalism. We
Yeah,
saw
oh,
that.
good
we saw
Lord,
that
yes.
100 years ago in Germany, and we shut it down.
Right.
Okay, so I'm not talking to the conservatives. I'm not talking to the Republicans. I'm talking to these nationalists that are supporting an individual. These people are normally also, spiritually speaking, normally on the Catholic or Christian side. So I'm going to turn around and say this. If you are putting someone like that on a pedestal, you're following a false prophet, a false idol, which means that I would start buying stock in those really cool little marshmallows, because where you're going, you're gonna need them.
Yeah, it boggles the mind. I mean, listen,
We got people like that on the left, too.
I understand how a cult of personality can influence people and fool people. I understand that.
There's no personality there.
I understand. I understand how somebody. I mean, to some extent, Barack Obama was that.
Yes.
Okay.
Clinton was great at it. God,
Right.
He's great.
Right.
He's great.
But I don't understand, and I won't understand. You can't bring me around to it. I just.
Yeah.
I don't. I can't understand, which has led me to now vote for a second time for a lesser of two evil.
Yeah.
See, it lets you in on a little secret. Not a big fan of the Democrats either. They're you got to understand, Democrats and Republicans.
Right.
Republicans are rich people that they blow Wall Street. They
don't
chug
care.
corporate cock. They just do. Unabashedly do. Okay. And Democrats are just other rich people that pretend to care the same way that, well, a little more than the Republicans do.
Spineless assholes.
They pretend to care about poor people,
Yeah.
and they tend to be counterpunchers. Okay.
Okay, so now I want to hear
And-
your take on the Libertarians
Right.
and then the Green Party.
Right.
Seriously.
Well, listen.
I know.
As bad as the ideology has been skewed, a buddy of ours, Lou Spector, he said it pretty. He said it pretty eloquently that there is no true liberal left anymore.
No, there's not.
The left is the left that you see. The left that you're being sold in Joe Biden is actually the center.
Not even.
Okay.
Yeah, just
Yeah, it's
barely.
the center.
Just barely.
Yeah, it's the center.
And that's because.
And anything on the right is far right.
Yes.
And then anything left of the Democrats, who are the establishment Democrats in the center, is far left, which would be Bernie Sanders, Elizabeth Warren, and
I would go for. I would go further. You see, I would put Bernie, Elizabeth Warren, maybe two or three others in what I would call the liberal Democrats, the true liberal progressive Democrats, and then everybody to the left of them. Those people
is bananas.
Yeah, those people are tree-hugging psychopaths, okay? They're
Yeah.
about as weird as the people on the right.
And once again, in election season and in propaganda season, which propaganda season is open 24/7 on Fox News, the term radical left, the demonization of the word socialism, which you got to take a look, kids. A lot of socialism in our country as it is.
Who the hell has a problem with the term Antifa? It's anti-fascism. We should all be fucking
And
anti-fascist.
if you're not anti-fascist, then what are you?
Not even a group. It's a
You
goddamn
pro-fascist?
name. It's a name. One or two people have used it.
They've
no
managed
group.
to, and they've managed to defeat
And
that.
the right-
They've managed to stigmatize that.
Yeah. Every single
Okay.
time there's something that should be done right, they turn around and make it a bad word.
Yeah.
And then there's going to be nothing left but just them.
Yeah, I wish we were like India and had 17 different parties to choose from.
That
would
is
be
one
fun.
too many parties for me, because let me tell you something. There's never a good hamburger.
no.
Never a good hamburger.
Yeah, let's see.
Never. Never.
The Impossible Whopper is huge
The
over there.
Impossible Whopper. We do not have it. But, it's very, very sacrilegious. We put cheese on it. That is wrong.
It's not the sacred burger.
That is wrong.
Thank you for welcome. Thank you for watching the Gonzo radio show from Mumbai. But I mean, listen, I'm not a conspiracy theorist.
You're not?
But it's really, really obvious that there's been a concerted effort by two world powers to destabilize the United States. It's just a concerted effort, especially over the last 4 or 5 years. A concerted effort by China, both with once again, one of the only things I really truly agree with Donald Trump is that the China deal was bad. The China trade deal was for shit.
We're still paying more in tariffs because of it. It's
Right.
still costing the American people.
Right. And it needed to be redone. It needed to be fixed. Not the way he fixed it, but it needed to be fixed.
Okay, one of our listeners just turned around and said this, because this is how batshit crazy this Trumpism, not conservatism, I'm going to say it, Trumpism. Just going to
Right.
call it for what it is.
Right.
She got banned from a D&D group for fighting with a Trump supporter 2 years ago. This is D&D. Do you realize the type of people who play D&D to find somebody? They're not conservatives. They're not Republicans. They're Trumpers, because a conservative, one of the coolest people to play D&D with. They know how to play, they know how to roll, and they know how to drink while doing it.
It's really bad. Okay, listen. It started shortly after Barack Obama became president.
Yeah.
The National Tea Party suddenly came out of the woodwork.
Where did they go?
Where are the balls of the Republican Party?
Really? Where are they now? They don't exist, do they?
No, they wear little red hats and fly flags from their pickup trucks now.
Oh,
And
so
they play
they changed their name.
Yes, they play soldier cosplay in Wisconsin and Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, they walk around with they got to go to Starbucks with an assault rifle. Okay, those are all National Tea Party guys. Because remember when the National Tea Party started gathering in 2009, after our Kenyan Muslim president took control, they started gathering with assault rifles and they started open carrying.
Yep.
As an implied threat that we're gonna stomp around and we're gonna denounce our black president and we're gonna be racist and we don't want to hear any crap about it. That's how it started, and now it's morphed into red hats and flags, and people responding to political discourse on social media. 0 to fuck you, you lefty homo, suck my dick, I hope you die, you snowflake faggot. I mean, literally 0 to fuck you in no time flat.
Yeah, and
Okay,
yeah.
and it's because they
It's
have no
crazy.
facts.
Thank you.
It's because they have no story.
They have no life to back it up. They're hearing words. Where I've got friends
No,
who
they're just sharing anger.
Well, here's the thing. I got friends who support Trump for certain political ideologies. The way they were brought up, not a problem. When I hear them talk, I can hear that they're backing an ideology and they just think, there's nothing wrong with Trump.
By the way, I've got a dead leg like I've been taking a shit for 45 minutes. Oh, my God.
But I'll tell you this, man. The rest of the people, now I know why people fly over their state.
Right. I'm guilty. Listen. I am not professing. I'm not professing the high ground, because I have been guilty on social media, particularly on Facebook. I have been guilty. Well, sometimes I was high on that.
If
ground.
we were all on the high ground, there would be no fighting.
Right. But I can tell you for a fact, I didn't start it.
That's right.
I can tell you for a fact, for the longest time, I tried to play the middle. I tried to be the rational one. I tried to, I criticized Barack Obama. I criticized Bill Clinton. I criticized every president, whether I voted for them or not.
I still remember the day, not long after, I was not even 2 years in, where you just turned around and you looked at us and said, okay, enough of this shit. I don't want to hear another thing about him. Not for the next 2 goddamn episodes. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I think you said it like 8 or 9 more times. And I was just like, and I'm just sitting there going, that's all that's in the news. And you looked at me with venom.
I said it like this. I said, I'm done.
Yep.
Okay. And I was done. And I've been done on several occasions. It's because it's pathetic. It really is pathetic. The country has been destabilized. Okay, Putin with his social media influence, sowing misinformation, whipping people up into a frenzy, taking advantage of the worst of us, these emotionally unstable people who they don't want to hear shit from nobody. And generally, they're old people on the front porch saying, get the fuck off my lawn. And then they turned into rich people with assault rifles and pistols, not knowing how to, because they're worried about people are going to come break into their house. It turned into a really bad scene. It turned really bad when I got death threats. It turned really bad. I mean, I've had people threaten me. Threaten me with violence. But I got a death threat that I reported to Facebook, and Facebook reported to FBI, and the FBI sent me an email with a case number. Okay, I got a death threat.
Holy crap!
Okay, I got a death threat. And I've had to turn around now, and in the Gonzo radio group, I've had to get rid of people and report people for doxing various members of the group, because they go back and forth. And when they run out of gas, and they run out of excuses, and they run out of facts, they run out of quotable policy, let's say, promise made, promise kept. Which one? Because I'm curious. I really am. How's that wall going? All of that. Once they run out of gas, then they start doxing people. They start putting people's business out there. Start putting people's kids out there. Okay. Start tagging other radical lunatics. You want to talk about the radical left? Let's talk about the radical right. Okay, because there's a lot of attacking going on there. I'm not excusing the radical left, because honestly, I think that they're just responding in kind. I really do. I know from my perspective, it's a response in kind. I've had to check myself, because I feel I'm better than that. I'm definitely smarter than that. Yeah. But emotionally, you get wrapped up. All right. We're seeing people start to disown family members and start to disown friends. That's kind of stupid.
Teachers are going at each other. Do you have any idea what I see?
Kind of stupid.
We've got enough going on. The teachers are working 20 to 30 hours a day, including the weekends. And yes, I said 30 hours a day. Do the math.
Right.
It's that goddamn crazy. Okay?
Listen, I don't see where...
And we're attacking each other.
Right. I don't regret anybody that I've ever blocked on Facebook. I don't regret it, because they were blocked for a reason. They were blocked for insulting language. When the conversation goes from a topic and how did Trump or a Republican fix said topic? How did they keep their promise? And when you say, no, it didn't, here's the reason why it didn't, here's the reason why it didn't, and then they just go, well, what the fuck do you know, you fat fucking asshole, you fucking homo faggot comedy faggot. I was like,
Yeah.
And at no time, and it got to the point where I had to scroll back and go, where did I trigger them?
Yeah.
Where did I say, asshole? Where did I say you're a dick? Where did I say? And I go back and I look and I'm like, I was starting to question my own. I was like, did I do this?
Listen, I had to turn around to friends of mine when I turned around and I thought about dropping a blank ballot. Because like I said, lesser of two evils, I'm not thrilled with it. I had to ban more of my left friends than my right friends.
Yeah, some of them are getting out of hand. Oh, yeah.
I got threats that the next time they see me, they're going to kick my ass, that it's my fault, that blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, listen, my vote's my vote. It's none of your goddamn business.
Yeah, that's pretty much.
Okay? I've got my thoughts, and a lot of it I keep to myself. I really do. Because most people don't agree with anything, left or right.
Right.
But when my left friends start cutting me off because I won't back this, I won't back that, I'm like, well, get over it, because that's what they promised us.
And people don't want to hear it. They don't, even though it makes sense.
If your dad promised you this great meal for your birthday, and then on your birthday you turned around and said, so were you taking us to dinner, you asshole? You'd be pissed too.
Yeah. Where's my hamburger, motherfucker?
Yeah.
All right,
I
so
want that veggie burger.
I know. So the bottom line here is, okay, no matter who wins this election, for those of you on the right who have been talking nonstop shit, and by the way, it's really ramped up lately. Like they're real cocky. Like, ha ha ha, we're gonna win. Yeah. Like, they're real cocky. Like they got it in the bag.
I said a prayer for you all.
What are you gonna do? How are you gonna make up for all the shit you've talked for the last 3.5, 4 years? Okay, how are you gonna make up for all the shit you've talked? Where's your credibility? Who's going to want to listen to what you have to say? Because you've been brutal. You've been an asshole to people who, if you go back and look, they just started the conversation off not agreeing with you. You couldn't agree to disagree, and then you immediately went to calling them a snowflake, a cuck, a liberal faggot, a socialist commie, homo, weirdo, racial epithets. I've seen. Yeah, I mean, seriously.
I always like the
seriously. What are you going to do with all that shit talking if your boy doesn't win? Okay, I mean the same goes for the lefties who've been taking the moral high ground. Okay, your moral high ground is screwed if he gets reelected. Your moral high ground is screwed. Forget Amy Conehead Barrett. Okay, which is the worst appointee in the history of the Supreme Court. Okay, Kevin's a better appointee than she is. All right, the worst appointee in the history of the Supreme Court. But what do you expect from the worst president in the history of this country? Okay, but what are you gonna do when you hurt all those people's feelings? Okay, I know they started it. Okay, and you shit all over them. Okay. But what's everybody going to do when your guy wins? Are you going to be contrite? Are you going to want to cooperate? I do find that the lefties are more interested in cooperation. The liberals, the progressives, if you will, they're more interested in cooperation. Meanwhile, out of the right, all I've heard is, we'll have owned you, and we're going to bury your asses for the next 4 years, and you ain't going to be shit. It's like you're talking basketball, court nonsense about people's lives, about the direction of this country.
I'm afraid both ways.
I
really am.
I'm not afraid both ways.
I am, to a certain extent. I am a little afraid of what's going to happen for the next couple of weeks, no matter what.
Well, sure. Listen. I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid if Trump wins because I'm a middle-aged white man and a small business owner, so I'm not afraid of that. I'm just afraid for women. I'm afraid for Jews. I'm afraid for kids. I'm afraid for the old people that are going to lose Social Security by 2023.
Cannabis and medicine.
Yeah. Well,
It's medicine.
I worry about everybody else but myself. Okay, and although I am hardly what you can be considered a Joe Biden fan,
I'm worried that they won't take me in Canada. Besides, I lost so much weight, it's going to be real fucking cold, and I don't speak Spanish, so I can't go to Mexico.
I speak Spanish.
Well, fuck you. We're talking about me here, bitch. I mean, you're a white man. You're a business owner. I worry about me. So where can I go? No, I can't go. No.
I have a job offer in the Bahamas.
I'll go.
No, you got to be a DJ.
Take me. Well, just you need an entourage.
Got to have bar and restaurant experience.
I have restaurant experience.
You got to have a friend who's got a 4-bedroom vacation home who wants somebody to be there all the time.
I'll sleep in the bathtub and I cook.
No, that's my out.
Okay, you can have the couch. I'll take the bathtub.
I'm not going anywhere.
Okay.
I'm not like I'm not going to Canada.
I can go
I'm not
to
going
England.
anywhere.
I'll have the teeth for it.
So the bottom line is, we've been destabilized. It's just as simple as that.
Yeah.
America used to be a United States of America. It used to be a united country. And now all we're hearing about is red state this, blue city that, Democrat run this, Republican run that, and we are now thoroughly destabilized, which will enable countries like China and Russia to feel emboldened to pursue expansionist
Now here's the kicker.
expansionist, how can I say, campaigns. Watch closely. Watch very closely shortly after, if once again, if God forbid, if Trump gets reelected, watch closely how fast there's going to be an attack on the Ukraine from the Russian separatists.
Yeah.
How fast China is going to warn Taiwan about something out of thin air, and then suddenly they're going to surround Taiwan with their navy. Watch how fast it happens.
Watch how fast we get another missile from North Korea.
Well, North Korea, there's all kinds of things that I've extrapolated outwards.
China's helping out with that.
Right. There's all kinds of things that I've extrapolated with, different alliances, the Asian Pacific Alliance and all of that. But watch. It's going to embolden other superpowers to have expansionistic, I guess it would be goals. And those goals are going to be very easy to achieve if the United States is fighting with itself. We're busy arguing with ourselves. Okay? We don't have stable leadership because the rest of the world knows. Sorry, the rest of the world knows.
We done fucked up.
We don't. Yeah.
We done fucked up. We picked two really, really shitty candidates the last 4 years.
Yeah.
We fucked up both sides. All the voters got to own it. We fucked up. We fucked up again this time, both sides. We need to get our shit straight. Because the next election, we got to just get rid of a whole bunch of these people and replace them with more.
Stop running boomers.
Thank you. They don't fucking
Stop
get it.
running boomers.
They still talking about the day that they could remember a goddamn phone booth with, and needing a dime.
What's a payphone?
Thank you. They're living in the fucking past, both parties.
All right, it's time for us to go.
Aww.
Well, Dougie's coming up at 8 o'clock. I want to.
Hi, Dougie.
I want to get some changeover time. Make sure you check in with Dougie. Wake up late with
You didn't change
Dougie.
your clock, that's why.
Fuck my clock. I didn't change that clock for a reason.
Yeah, because you
Fuck
don't
that
know
clock.
how.
No, I don't want to even fucking touch that clock. But anyway, anything you would like to prostitute yourself with?
Well, yeah, for those of you who are listening and are big fans of Renaissance festivals, I will be in Sarasota this coming weekend and the 3rd and 4th weekend of November in Sarasota at the Suncoast Renaissance Festival. Come on up. I will be over at Just in Time Boots, hanging out, having a good time, being the scoundrelly pirate that I normally am.
Wearing a velvet mask?
No. I will be wearing a cotton mask. It's required. And I will be up in Delray Beach doing a little filming for Deadly Night Out again next week. Other than that, just keep on following me on Facebook, on Twitter, on everything else at The Idaho Jew. I'm everywhere. The Idaho Jew. And just for those of you who are looking at getting a little bit happy for the end of 2020 and looking forward to a nice happy 2021. Yes, it also is the Pirate Pastor. I just got done performing a wedding this weekend. I do it over Facebook or any other method that you want. Anybody who wants to get married, the Pirate's in.
All right, then. And, of course, keep on the lookout. I'm going to find a new time slot for the show. Probably starting in the beginning of December. We'll do a couple of episodes as things start to improve in my gigantic melon and things start to improve for my life.
We should do a dating game. We should do our own dating app. Get the Jew a date. Get Idaho a date.
Well, I can't even get myself laid. What do you mean?
You have more access to women. I'm stuck at home. Help me out. Help a brother out. Help a brother out. I'm just saying.
All right. Well, my last appeal to you is try to be better people to each other. Lord knows I try, but try to be better people to each other.
I said prayers for you all.
Oh,
I
yes.
said it.
Yes, we
I
so
said
there.
it.
Okay. So, yeah, try to be better human beings to each other. I'm going to try. I try hard every day. And some of y'all don't make it easy.
God help us.
You don't make it easy.
No, you don't.
But try to be better people to each other, better Americans, no matter how insane, whatever diametric opposition you may have. Just try to be better people to each other. We're all Americans. Yeah. So on behalf of myself and the Idaho Jews, say goodnight to the nice people.
Good night, nice people.
I'm Big Daddy Gonzo. This has been the Gonzo Radio Show. Stay tuned at 8 o'clock for the Wake Up Late with Dougie, the Dougie Alameda Show, which he's going to have his own election night special. And we'll catch you guys on the flip side.
He's going to be. He has weather forecast is very foggy.
What?
For Dougie, very foggy forecast.
Yeah, sure. Very foggy, sure.
Just
All right. Good night, everybody.
For Gonzo Radio, this is Super Time 6000 2015 for Gonzo Television Station, coming to the greater Sandusky, Ohio area. This is Pirate Bill, and this is Frank Welker saying, watch Transformers.